see here. Let's see if this works now. Now we should be good, I think. All right. Is there anybody on yet? Oh, yeah, we got 2 on now.
I can't see nothing. You run the show here.
Yeah. Not doing a great job at it, though.
We're just giving Blake time to get on here.
Yeah. That's so weird that we haven't had anything go weird with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, well, I'll do it. I'm probably quicker at it. Okay, so now I gotta go delete your story. We're getting there. Minor hiccup.
Well, and Mike Hill, he lets us know what's going on. He's backfired on us today.
Is he?
Yeah. You know, normally, if we ain't, you know, if nothing's not showing up, he'll normally text me and ask me.
Yeah.
What are you dummies doing?
GMXI is it the... Okay. I think we're good now.
Oh, we got going
Yeah, we got people on.
there. Okay.
All right. We got people commenting. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're back in action now since we had a little small technical difficulties. Aaron didn't want to share the world with us. We wanted to put it on private, so we're back in action now. Now I probably can't hear nothing. He's sweating to death in his truck. I got the windows down.
Okay. I think we're good. All right. Whew. I'm sweating.
Why are you sweating?
I
That's your hat you got there. That's brand new. You got the sticker still on.
Brand new. I literally ran into my room because I was behind. Ran into my room, grabbed the hat off the shelf, threw it on. Never even worn this puppy before. I mean, that thing is...
It's pretty.
Yeah, brand new.
Team Exotic.
We got her under control now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Exotic, new clothing company for the year for Luke. I won't talk too much on it, but those guys are top notch. I know Luke says the same thing, but from my perspective, being with a company like them and being able to have the, I don't know, customer relations that we do. I mean, literally I can text Wes, he texts me, hey, I need you to shoot this for Luke. And we get it done and out the door within, the day or a couple days. Sometimes when you get in with those bigger companies, it's not that smooth and not that easy. Not saying it doesn't happen. It's just the communication usually goes from one guy to 50 guys and then it gets relayed to us. So being with them so far has been awesome. I'm sure Luke says the same.
Oh yeah. I've never been a big time dry fit shirt guy. Like, I don't know, even like hoodies and stuff like that. I've just never really been a big fan. I like cotton. And their sun shirts, which you got a few of them now, and I've been wearing them for a while. And it's like, they're made out of a different material. Like, it's almost like a canvas, but it's super soft and it's really breathable, big time, obviously. And it's got that repel on it too. So if you get, blood or dirt or whatever, mustard on it, you can just hose it off and you're good to go. And it doesn't, with those lighter colored dry fit shirts, it seems like that's always a major problem. You get one, oh, that's a sweet looking shirt. And then you eat a hot dog or a hamburger and the mustard and ketchup ends up on your shirt and you got a major issue then. So then it's not fun anymore. So, but they do got some cool stuff. I mean, I've been really impressed with them. Like I said, getting to talk with them. And, it's, they've been really good. We don't have a rain suit, but we've been working on one. Hopefully that's not hopefully, it is in the making. Really kind of looking forward to that. They've actually really took some insight with me. Really sat down and had some good talks about it. So I'm really impressed with that. They really want to know from our perspective, what do you guys need? What has worked for you in the past, what hasn't, and they've just been really level-headed, I guess, about it. They don't think, well, they're not like, blah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. They really took some insight, and that's really appreciated from this angler standpoint. Because we wear it, more than the average consumer is going to wear a sun shirt or shorts or rain suits throughout an entire year, and so they've been good. But look what happened in Florida. We were the first day at St. John's. What was it, like 30 degrees, 35,
Yeah.
and made a pretty good run. And and their stuff, it's you're used to wearing lighter weight stuff up there. We consider it heavyweight in the South, but their stuff is super lightweight, but still keeps you warm. And even from a South Texas perspective, you've got some stuff. You wore some of mine while we was down there, and it's warm. So It's good stuff, and it just looks nice. It's very casual looking stuff. They got from, you can go golfing and they're, in nice resorts, you can go golfing with their clothes, or, you can go down the street and go, hopping from store to store like we used to.
Yep. Brian Frank says new shades too. Probably should touch on them. That's a new change this year.
Oh yeah. Little red fins. Yeah. I really like them. I've not been a big square person.
Oh, yeah. There's mine.
He's got some too, and really lightweight. And I've got to use them some here back home more and more every day, and been impressed with them. And they're another group that's been awesome to work with. We've been talking for a good while, and they asked me what I wanted in the glass, and and all that, and they produced. We can call and talk to them right away, and that's another thing. Pretty much all the companies I'm with, I know them on a personal level. They call and ask about how my boy's doing, how the family's doing, and vice versa with them. So that's, it's more of a big family. And as much as we are on the road, it's nice to have that, because hell, you used to be gone 11 months out of the year, and now you've kind of backed off on that some. Now it's 6 months, but not being home and seeing our families it's tough. That's the worst part of our job, the absolute worst part of it. But being able to have people like that on the road and stuff has been really cool to have that with us.
The sunglasses are cool until you wear a pair for about 10 minutes, and then you decide to throw them in the lake and donate them to Lake Okeechobee. So if anyone's really hurting for a pair of sunglasses, I could probably point you in a direction and probably put you within 20 yards of those brand new pair of shades. But it's only a foot and a half deep, so you literally could find them probably, but we didn't have the time to spare during tournament day to go back. Luke decided he wanted to miss a fish, try and hit me in the head with his bait. So I flinched, and there went my sunglasses, and I didn't feel like diving in with the alligators and whatever else was down there. So that's the story of the redfin. So if you're watching this, I'm a shade down, so I need another shade, because if these shades go down, I'm shadeless. So what's the next one here? Got another question for you. Oh, Yamaha. Man, we're getting all these changes right out of the gates today.
We are. I've ran that other motor for a good while, but I had one back in 14 or 15, and had really good luck out of the motor. And, it was just a preference change, kind of, in a way. I know some people that have ran the Yamaha and have been really, really impressed with not only customer service, but actually just dealing with the people in general. And they've been top notch. I talk to Ben weekly, if not daily sometimes, and he's been really, really good to deal with, really takes care of things. Also Connor, I stopped on the way home from Florida and went to Kennesaw to the plant there, and had a good meeting with them. And it's just really cool to get to put the face with a name. And they're just really good people, really good to deal with. Davey Hott was there, and it was fun. Working with good companies makes life so much easier. And I'm just really blessed to have those along with me in this ride for sure.
Oh, did Blake already head to Texas?
Oh, we got to throw that in there, huh? Wonder where he's heading. Yeah. Blake's going to be on here in a few minutes. He's at some dinner or something. So he said he's running a little bit behind. So he'll be on here shortly. We can kind of quiz him what his first baits are going to be, what his first cast is going to be in the 150-mile-an-hour wind tomorrow. And he's definitely going to be able to bump that Phoenix around on a few trees down there at that pond, because that is probably one of the worst lakes I've ever been on in my life as far as timber. The only one that compares to it to me is the Red River. Like if you went to the Jungle or Sullivan, stuff like that, that place has got more timber, and it's hard timber. So I guess that's why they have so many fiberglass places around it. Get your boat worked on. I took my aluminum boat the first we had that classic down there. I went and looked at it, and I went, December, and it was cold, miserable, raining, and I was scared to put my aluminum boat on pad because it was so bad. I mean, and it was low then, but when we fished in the classic, it was a couple foot high, and we ran all of it. Scared my marshals to death, but I mean, it was 3 foot high, so all the big timber was far enough down there to where he didn't hit anything. Thank God, because it would have been bad.
After a long day of fishing, do you guys have any elbow problems, tennis elbow, or any issues?
I've been very fortunate. I haven't yet. Not saying that's not going to be in the future for me, because it seems like a lot of guys have that issue. I still do kind of work out a little bit, mainly body weight stuff, push-ups. Don't do any sit-ups because that, not necessary anymore. Just stuff like that. And I got, I normally carry some 25, 30-pound dumbbells with us just to kind of to do something, to keep a little bit in shape. One that always, it's kind of funny to ask that. Swindle, likes G real well. And he said to me, and he's in good shape. Like G's a big guy anyway. I mean, he's just, strong built guy, which a lot of his probably goes back to framing houses and stuff like that. He was pretty tough on his body. But you look at Van Dam, that son of a gun was balls to the wall all the time. And you never heard of him having any issue, and Van Dam's a tall, slim built guy. He's not heavy or anything, but he never had any issue, and it didn't look like he ever picked up a weight, but I guess as many times he threw a rod and reel. So I don't know. So it's just kind of one of those things. I've worked out for the last 15 years probably. So it's kind of one of those deal of habit just to stay in a little bit better shape, because it's easy to get lax, fishing and stuff, being on the road. There's our baby boy.
I'm here.
Well, it's not, you didn't miss but 5 minutes because Aaron had it messed up.
How good. That better. Trying to get set up.
Hey, do you have a Nick with you?
A what?
A Nick with you?
No,
Oh,
I'm by myself.
Somebody is trying to get me to add them to the actual podcast, but their name's Nick.
Cogner, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. He just left. What is this? Luke, you got a reel company this year?
No, I don't. I've still got some of my Lus that are 10 years old. I got some Corrados. So now still slinging whatever I've got, but that's one of those deals. Falcon rods. Hopefully I'll be with them till the day I die, hopefully. So we don't have reels over there yet. Maybe one of these days we might, but nope, no real sponsor. I mean, if there's one out there, it'd be really sweet if they wanted to holler at me. That'd be cool.
Yep. All right, Blake, what are you doing? What made you late? Dinner? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dinner.
Classic. Yeah.
Dinner.
I got you.
That has been the depressing thing about living close to 69 highway right now, is I've had to watch all you son of a guns go right down 69. Just like kind of gloat a little bit and be like, yeah, but I bet you wish you were here, huh?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Fill us in. What are you thinking? What do you got going? Tomorrow's day one practice.
Well, It's kind of funny. There's a whole bunch of us out here at this hotel, and we've all kind of been talking. It's like, we almost wish they just call it off or make something because this wind we're having tomorrow. Because we're all going to bunch up in the same spot. I mean, you're not going to go out on that main lake tomorrow. You can try, I guess, but
You got that XD. Trim it up, hammer on it.
Yeah. We can make it. Problem is making it back.
Yeah, and that lake pretty well. I mean, it kind of lays north to south.
It's flat too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not a hidey hole, and if the wind's blowing out of the south, you can't fish anything north, and that's. I mean, a lot of your creeks run to the north, so. And
then on top of that, what you know all about is there's standing trees everywhere, stumps just underneath the surface. So then you take 4-foot rollers. I bet we have legit 4-foot rollers tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At the boat ramp.
Yeah, at the boat ramp.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I'm going regardless. If I can, I may have to just go unload and fish around the area and then load back up and go to another spot. But it's the classic. You got to go. If there was just any other tournament.
I mean, if you can
got to be safe about it too, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not supposed to get super bad till what, noon, 1 o'clock?
No, they're changing to like 7 a.m. here.
Oh, so it's coming. That's not good.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Eufaula. Me and Dad were tomorrow, and I don't really know what we're going to do yet. Go for a few hours anyway, and just go fishing. I hadn't been fishing since we've been back. Well, today, Pebs.
I seen your picture.
Yeah, me and Pebs went over and pounded on some crappie today. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. At 7 a.m. South wind at 17 miles per hour, gust to 31 at 7 a.m.
That ain't bad.
Nah.
What's it at 10 though?
10 a.m. south wind to 21, gust to 40.
I mean, as long as it doesn't gust very often, you'll be okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of gust. At 11, it's supposed to be gust to 37. So.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough there.
Yeah.
Well, you better get up nice and early then.
Yeah, don't have someone to cook me some eggs and some bacon in the morning or something.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you make the classic and I don't. You don't have that anymore. Learn to scrounge up now.
Yeah.
There's a good question right out of the gate. Nicholas, who are you celeb fishing with, Luke? I don't know if you're allowed to say anything yet, are you?
I think we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off till, I guess.
So, I got to tell you, okay, this guy that commented, Nicholas, I got a story that's going to make you laugh. So yesterday, I was like, I'm home for a month. I might as well post like on the Facebook pages around here, like photography, videography, if you need any like real estate stuff shot, blah, 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 whatever. So I posted to like 3 different Facebook pages, and Nicholas comments like almost immediately underneath. And of course, I had shared like photos that I've shot before, and you were in some of them, And he comments, he goes, "Luke Palmer's the man." And I'm like, okay, we're in BFE, Illinois. Like, I understand Luke is kind of cool and everything, and people know him. But I'm like, that was quick, right? So I'm like, oh, that was weird. So I click on his profile, and he's a big bass fisherman. I'm like, all right, whatever. Well, then you had called me, and then Blake called me, and I'm on the phone with Blake. And all of a sudden, this phone number's calling me. It says from DeKalb. And I'm like, okay, that's like a town over from me. I wonder if it's him. So I answer, and sure enough, it's him. And he gets talking. And he's like, so like a year or two ago in the summer, he's like, I was 5.5 hours away from home, northern Wisconsin, and I ran into Luke. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, I hope you've seen us at a good time of day. And he's like, actually, I got a picture with Luke, and you took it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, really? And I'm like, okay, send me it. He sends me the picture, and you'll remember this when I tell you. He was the guy when we were fishing my lake right in front of my cabin, and he rolled up in his boat, and he asked if he could jump on your boat, take a picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he sends me the picture, and it's like right in front of the cabin. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I'm like, what are the odds of this small world? Come to find out, he literally lives like 20 minutes from me now. So I'm like, what is going on? Literally, he sees us 5.5 hours away from here, and then hits me up on Facebook, and now he lives right here. So pretty crazy. Small
Yeah,
world.
no doubt.
Let's see here. Can you tell where the celebrity tournament is going to be fished?
I don't know if we can. I mean,
Yeah, probably not, because then they'll go fish it out before you get there.
yeah, then we'll have 800 boats out there. It's a small lake around Fort Worth. It's a pretty well-known lake. What's crazy is I talked to some guys when we were down at Fun and Sun, that boat show me and Blake were at, and some guys actually come up. We're talking about the lake we're going to. So obviously,
Are you getting information for the celebrity tournament?
yeah, no joke. Yeah, I was just chatting with stuff, and and
If you win, I'm calling, and you're getting polygraphed.
DQ me. So, but those guys seem like they talked about it, had some pretty decent that lake, so it'll be fun. I know one of the rules me and Aaron were talking about earlier is the celebrity. We have 5 fish limit, and the celebrity's got to have 3 of those 5 fish. So,
Cordell,
I hope my guy can catch them.
Cordell's on here. You better behave now, boys.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, it's just instant quiet.
They went silent. They don't want to get polygraphed.
I got a question for Luke. How did your family photos go?
Oh,
wow, that's cute. Go ahead and bring that up, huh? No, they were good.
Me and Aaron had a little discussion about it.
I bet so. I bet so. No, they went really good. Lakin, we were really shocked. Like trying to get him on a schedule, which he is cool for about 2 days on a certain schedule. Then he makes up his own, and then he reverts back to the first one. Then he changes up again. But he smiled the whole time, laughed, carried on. It was good because me and Chris were like, this is going to be horrible because we've actually rescheduled him like 5 times because the first 5 months of his life, I don't think he smiled. I think he just cried and screamed the whole time. So, but he was good. I actually took him fishing with me today for the first time, and he used Peb's rods because all my stuff's at the house, and I said I'm not going home to get all that, and Lakin's got 2 bottom teeth, and he was like chewing on his line and stuff. So next time he casts, it's probably gonna break off right in his reel and fill his jig and cord down the lake. So, I mean, I didn't tell him about that. He just frayed it up a little bit. So,
already trying to win, and he's like 6 months old.
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
It's kind of funny though. I'm thinking he's gonna be a lefty because I put the rod in front of him, and he'd go to kind of hitting it with his right hand. He's like, nope. He'd put his left hand up there and go to turning it. So we're gonna have a hard time fishing together. So he'll have my stuff upside. He'll be doing that upside down spinning reel stuff.
Good stuff. So Blake, what are you feeling? I mean, classic. This is your average tournament, man. This is Super Bowl fishing.
It's just a little bit bigger jackpot than usual.
But, and there's only 55 boats in it.
Yeah.
They're good.
I mean, you just got to beat 5 and you get a top 50. I mean, nothing to it.
No.
Oh, well, now you say that. So, no, it's been pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of us down at this hotel room, motel, whatever you want to call it.
Is it right there by the creek?
Yeah, I guess so. That Lone Star Lodge.
Kind of right before the bridge.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, it's a little bit. It's the cove right next to Takeoff.
Oh, okay, you're a little further down.
Yeah, there's quite a few of us here, so it's and everyone's been hanging out, just talking and relaxing. So it's been a pretty good day because it's not an off day, but everyone came down like a day early, so we've all just been hanging out all day and stuff. But
enjoying the beautiful weather.
It's perfect today. There's no wind and glass, and you can hear boats running around because we're that close to the lake. You can just hear them running around, no issue and stuff. So, but no, I'm ready. I got all my tackle done this morning. I slept into like 9 o'clock today and went out and did tackle and cleaned the boat and did some more map studying and just took it easy. It's here. I'm just ready to go, honestly.
You better get your rest because for a long week. Not trying to say anything.
Right.
It's a long week to do it, but like you talk to Menendez.
Yeah.
And you know how he talked about enjoy it. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blast.
And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm really happy I got to fish 2 Elite Series before the Classic, and so that's my goal this week. Of course, I want to win the Classic more than anything, but I also want to enjoy it this week, and and not stress myself out, and just make the most of it, I guess you could say.
Don't, because this is the one tournament that it's a hero or zero deal.
Yeah, there's no points involved, and making a little money no matter what too. So that's always a cherry on top, I guess.
I just do not want to see you at the Falcon booth on Sunday.
Yeah, I really don't want to see you either, for being honest.
Fishing.
Yeah.
So what's the first cast going to be tomorrow? What are you going to throw? Chatterbait.
Good possibility. Yeah.
He's always got 9 of those tied on out of 8 rods on his deck.
I don't know. It's probably definitely going to be some sort of moving bait, because I don't know how much dragging's going to be able to be done tomorrow with this wind. It just depends on how much I can get out of it. But
Wacky rig.
Yeah. You can really slide it up underneath the boat dock with that wind.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't normally fish in this kind of wind, so I don't know what to. I don't know how much I can hide from it tomorrow. So, but I'll be wanting something first thing in the morning. Probably a spinnerbait. Yeah.
Of course,
War
Christy whack them with a spinnerbait, and that's what you're going to do now.
Exactly. Yeah. What about that spinnerbait beat down that Christy just did?
That was impressive.
That's awesome.
He, in which Christy, we're all pretty good buddies and stuff, and he's always kind of had a tough time at Santee.
Yeah.
And we figure it would be, that's in his wheelhouse. He loves to fish. Well, me and you fished a lot alike, and hell, we've watched him our whole lives.
Sure.
And see him go get it done, that was pretty cool. Hell, I have to go to dinner Thursday night. You'll be, getting ready to go start Friday. But Chad had texted us, and he said, hey, he's just making sure, we're still good for dinner next week. And I said, is Jason going to bring his trophy with him? I think Jason thought it was as funny as we did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have to tell everyone I said hi. So
yeah.
But
yeah.
hopefully I can see them after weigh-in on Sunday and not Sunday, around lunchtime.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool thinking about it. That whole thing with when Lowen won and Christy went up that same creek, they had it on live, and Christy said, whatever, you got 24 pounds, you got a chance to win this, and he backed out of that creek. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later he goes and wins on Santee. So I'm like, that tells you, like, good karma right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like bing, like he did the right thing, backed out, Lowen wins. And then 2 weeks later, the man upstairs blesses him with a win,
Absolutely.
So,
and he's pretty motivated this year, too, is what's kind of scary to think about.
Very, very
talking about fish, I guess didn't make the Classic this year, and then talking about he's fishing 2 tours, hasn't done that in so long, and he's just excited about the season. And
you remember the last time he done that? Was we fished FLW and bass, and
how much money did he make that year?
Yeah. Hell, he won he won at Bull Shoals, and then he
back-to-back weekends.
He won. Did he win grand in Bull Shoals or something like that?
It was that the same year he won Dardanelle?
That might have been it.
I think
swimming a jig, not Alabama style. He's swimming an Okie style.
That's right.
and that area has never been the same after he destroyed them in there.
Yeah. So that's kind of scary to think about, a motivated Jason.
Yeah. And what's kind of cool about those, Jason and Bill won. Bill won it on his signature jig that he came up with, and then Jason wins it on his spinnerbait.
Yeah.
He helped design and stuff. So that kind of goes back to confidence. Whenever you're fishing with confidence and you have what you know what to do with, that makes it really tough to beat guys when they get zoned in on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have no signature baits, so.
Well, Aaron only knows me by as a woolly bug. That's all I know.
Woolly bug, yeah.
Well, that's all I threw at St. John's, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
We do have to take a second. We got a happy birthday shout out. Blake's mom's birthday today.
Oh,
It is her birthday.
Yeah, we gotta tell her happy birthday. Get that done. Maybe she's watching. I don't know if she is or not, but happy birthday.
Yeah.
I just seen that come across the screen. Don't worry, I don't know your mom that well to know it was her birthday, but your dad texted me, so
Yeah, I'm glad. I think they're coming down Sunday, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what day they're coming, but they're coming. They're going to be here. So excited to see them. And so
that is what's cool about having one what is it, probably 5 hours for you to get down there, 4 hours?
It took me 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, damn. Well, you drive faster than I do, so.
Yeah. Well,
you have a bunch of people there. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah. It's, it sucks too. It doesn't suck, but it's 3 hours away and you get all these lakes, Texoma and all these other Texas lakes within 3 to 4 hours from the house. Of course, never fished Ray Roberts. So.
Well, it's really, there's I think is it Texas Team Trail goes there. Seems like they go somewhat often to that place, and there's always some really, really big bags. And the way it's shaping up, I mean, we got really good weather coming up. I think it could show out big time, better than it did when I was there.
Yeah, and I'm trying to, I like to try to stay positive on things, but I do think this big windstorm we have coming in is actually going to be a blessing in disguise. I think it's going to push a lot of that bait and more stuff up shallow. We're on a full moon, and I think we're on a warmer trend. I mean, everything is lining up to be just one of those tournaments where, we're just blow the roof off of things. It might be tough. I don't know. Could be wrong, but the way things are looking on paper, it's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be setting up good for you, especially the way you like to fish and stuff like that. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But, I mean, what's kind of cool about Texas lakes in general, I mean, Texoma right there, I've fished it, my whole life. And how many different things could be going on. Deep bite, shallow bite, mid-range bite. I think it's going to be cool for the viewership.
Yeah.
There's going to be guys catching them on the bank. There's going to be guys out scoping. Because if it was super cold, I'm sure that's what would be happening. A lot more scoping going on. So I think it's going to be good. I think it'll be a fun tournament for us all to watch, and I'll get to commentate on it probably some, and since I'll be at the booths watching.
All right, another comment. Any lake on the elite schedule that concerns you? That's a good one.
None
of them. You're gonna win them.
10 killer.
Nah.
The one we're supposed to do good on.
Yeah, but I can't say that I ain't been on there since.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, the elite series we went there in 19. But other than that, the last time I was there is when I knocked my lower off right in front of the boat ramp.
Really? Yeah.
His dad and his brother and the whole entire field, I think, watched me car ramrod that rock pile out in the middle of the lake.
It's funny you say that. There's like 6 boats lined up right next to my boat, and I'm the only boat that does not have a leash on it. And I have a leash. I just haven't went and got it put on yet. And they was like, "Oh, you're crazy not having a leash out here." And I'm like, "Well, problem is I have one. I just haven't got the time to put it on yet." So,
well, you can swing by Integrated Boatworks up there in Glenpool and have him throw it on there. Darren, he does pretty good at that stuff.
It was Will Davis' dad's like, "I don't take 15 minutes to put on." I said, "Well, heck, someone told me it took like a couple hours and was a pain to put on."
Yeah, I wouldn't change much since you got to unloosen bolts and stuff like that right off the bat. Probably not a good day to start doing that.
Yeah, we're going to probably we'll chance it.
That was me.
Yeah, there is a few stumps in Ray Roberts stuff.
Yeah, that's damn sure. I mean, I don't think people realize how. I mean, we kind of joke about it, but it's literally there's only a couple of good boat lanes that I've been there. I mean, there's guys obviously that live there that know it like the back of their hand and know you can run here, there, whatever. But there's only a couple that are marked decent, and they're not thoroughly marked well.
Okay. No, I hadn't even found those, to be honest with you. In the pre-fishing, I didn't see no boat lanes. I seen some piers or telephone poles that pretty much it's like you run past those, you're on your own.
Yeah.
I do think there'll be some stuff messed up this week, whether it's boaters or the pros or the spectator boats, but
Yeah, the service yard will be in
yeah,
full force this weekend. Or this weekend and next weekend.
it's going to be a sight to see. Do they normally, I guess this is a question for you, Luke, do they have a service person at the ramp and at Fort Worth, or is it all at Fort Worth?
Yeah, they normally, depending on who it is, they'll put one at the launch and at the boat, or where you weigh in at.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends. It depends who it is, stuff like that. Phoenix, I don't remember if Andy runs both places or if he just goes to one and they the other. It just depends. But we've dealt with the service guys. They're all super good. If you have an issue and someone's at the launch or at the deal, they'll damn sure take care of you. They're good about it.
That's a long drive from Fort Worth to Ray Roberts.
A hard hour and a half, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
If there's no traffic.
Maybe we'll get lucky and get an escort.
I don't miss that part about the Classic whatsoever.
Yeah.
That one at Grand last year was brutal.
Oh, that's
really.
We weren't getting back to like 9 or 9:30 because the weigh-in's not an hour and a half weigh-in.
Sure.
I mean, by the time you get there, it's 5.
And day one last year on Grand, I think he was the very last boat to weigh in or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't get back to the room till like 9 when we stayed at the lake. So we drove. That way we didn't have to drive in the morning. So we'd stay at the lake, and hell, it was an hour and a half back. And we was pretty dang tired after day 3 of that one.
I bet. Yeah, we were waiting to watch your weigh in. It was like, golly, it's got to be getting close.
I was literally the last boat.
I think he was the very last boat.
Yeah,
I
was.
I wasn't even. Hell, I was in the first flight.
No, really? Sandbagger.
Well, that's the problem is like there last year, it didn't matter when you got to the boatyard. They were just whoever got lucky, they picked to take through the arena. That's who was going. And literally,
really?
They didn't. And we had, I mean, they're pulling Toyotas through. We had a Toyota and it didn't matter. I mean, they just never came and signaled us through. Like we sat in the boatyard for 2 hours, I think, before literally we could go into the arena. And that's.
But I had a big fish on day 1. Didn't I have big fish day 1 or something?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that I don't know if that might have. Sometimes they do that. If you got a big sack on day 1, you're going to be waiting.
Yeah.
So just have a big sack and then have to wait till last to weigh in.
Yeah. That's quite the itinerary they sent out too for us this week. That's
I mean, it's really. I mean, you got your 3 days of practice. Are you going to go check in the motel on Monday morning? I guess.
No, I'm gonna do Sunday night. Once I get done, I'm just gonna go straight there and whatever we do Sunday night, be able to sleep in there, not have to worry about driving 2 hours in the morning. And
Monday night's normally a devastation night.
Yeah.
Tuesdays kind of hang out and do all your media stuff like that or some, not a whole lot. I think you got the meeting and stuff like that. Yeah. And check in. Nothing real too big on Tuesday. Then
Wednesday they practice.
Tuesday's registration.
Yeah. Then Wednesdays you'll get a bunch of stuff Tuesday. You know, sponsors and stuff. Then Wednesday you got the tournament, practice. And then you have
media day Thursday.
Yeah, media day's Thursday. Everybody really loves Thursday.
They're saying that's what Hackney was telling me. He said Wednesday they're predicting like 40-mile-per-hour winds already.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that. I hadn't looked that far.
I haven't either. That's just what Greg was telling me.
He's probably trying to scare you.
I mean, I asked him. I said, "Did you bring your mouthpiece?" But no, it was funny. I was doing some map studying today, and I had my, I was sitting there playing on Google Earth and had the locator fired up. And he said, "Find something for me too."
Pretty cool. Greg, good. I like chatting with him.
He's parked next to me, so he was actually really nice to me. So it's the first time I actually got to sit down and talk to him.
Until he drops a trolling motor and you're in the same creek he is, and he tells you to get out, and you're like, "All right, Mr. Greg, bye."
Yeah. What other creeks you fish to make sure I don't fish those?
Yeah, I would not if it was in the bushes. Just in general, anywhere. I would hate to go behind him.
Well, I told you that's what happened at Okeechobee. I was practicing. I was fishing around these reeds, and you can't see there. You could tell there was a boat in front of me, but I didn't know who. And then that boat kind of turned out, and I turned. I was like, "I'm fishing behind Hackney. I should probably jump to the other side or something.
Can you read that?
Yeah, 55 inches.
Yeah. Is it
And
going to affect either of you this year having to go down to that or not?
No, I kind of stayed similar to what I've been using anyway. A little bit of change up, you know. I got 360 and stuff this year. I know Blake runs a 362, so
yeah,
not really a big difference for me at all as far as change up. I mean, I still only got to fish in 2 foot of water, so that's all I know how to do.
yeah, that was the main difference on me is we can only use one forward facing sonar. So on my last boat, I had two, one in perspective, one in forward, and so now I'm running the Mega 360, which I previously used the Mega 360, and so but it's nothing, no big change for me. I'm glad they did that though, like the 3 or 4 live transducers. That the inches doesn't really affect me much, but the amount of live transducers, that was the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it
I was
PG.
not a big fan of the one putting the transducers on the motor and stuff on the back.
Yeah. And the brakes. I'm glad we
Yeah,
don't have the brakes.
that was a little much. I wish I'd have had it last year just because, shoot, that would have made a major difference up there in like the northern lakes. Because I mean, you're scoping all that stuff. I mean, that's just what you do a lot, and because you can cover so much more water. And hell, if you could see a fish out there at 80 feet and you got 4 footers pushing you that way,
Sure.
you better hit that son of a gun on the head the first cast, or you're going to be behind. You know, so being able to drop the brakes or help make your boat go backwards and keep bringing the fish because you know how many follow a jerk bait for miles.
Okay.
And,
I'm glad I never had them because I would have probably not wanted to get rid of them.
No, it'd have been tough, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Luke, what do you got this weekend to keep you busy?
Well, I think me and Dad we're gonna fish the XFL at Fall this weekend. I don't get to fish with Dad much, so any chance I'm home to get to do that, I'm more than happy to try to get to go fish with him. So kind of looking forward to it. Maybe me and Dad can go get on the right track and get us a good check. Maybe win would be really ideal. And just go and enjoy having fun with him. It sucks. Me and Dad used to fish minimum of 25 tournaments a year. We were gone every single weekend, twice, a week fishing tournaments. And I hadn't fished 10 tournaments in the last 7 or 8 years with him. So looking forward to that, and hopefully we can do some good. But we get the win tomorrow too. We were wanting to go pre-fish tomorrow, and of course the one day I could go, it's going to blow 90. But we might still go for a few hours in the morning just to go and just kind of get the feeling of it anyway.
Better get signed up for that first flight too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That'd be my luck win to not have it and lose $7,000.
Yep. $8,000.
$8,000. Never mind.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
What's the payout on that Skeeter?
Is it like 15?
15,000 to win, and then I think it's guaranteed. Trying to think, is it like $2,000 or $3,000 for big bass? I think it's what it used to be.
Yeah, I know me and Dad won it high. Hell, it's been several years ago, and I think we won like 20 then.
Yeah.
I know the boat participation has kind of dropped off in every league. It seems like how I remember me and Dad won it. There was 189 or 200 in it, and that was really kind of even down. I remember Dad talking about when he used to fish it and the Tritons and all that. It wasn't nothing to be 350 boats to 400, and that's like the Lauder at the end of the year tournament. How many boats is, and that was like that. And whether it was a Gibson or U-Fall or a Grand, it was just cram packed. And so, but they still run a good trail. Tim and them do a good job, and I enjoy fishing them. I mean, they've always been super good to us, and just a good run trail.
Yeah, definitely is. Do you think the numbers are down altogether because there's just so many different trails out there in Oklahoma?
I kind of do, but I don't think there's any replacements coming up. I'm saying that like kind of like Major League. When Derek Jeter retired, there wasn't somebody stepping back to play shortstop.
Yeah.
There's I know me and my dad, and we started fishing tournaments. Me and him were the only ones in that couple of trails for a good while. And then you start seeing a lot more father and son teams fishing after that. And it's like you thought there'd be another generation of coming up, and it's like there's not.
Never really. Yeah.
There's still a lot of those guys that, were up there in age whenever I was younger. They've kind of, they've got older and not fishing as many tournaments. But there's nobody in the early 20s or 25 that are fishing. It doesn't seem like, and there may be. I haven't been back home fishing much like I used to anyway. But it's just like it's not there like it used to be.
Yeah. I still love team tournaments. They're a joy. I mean,
oh yeah, you get to use a net and
yeah,
2 people throwing baits instead of 1.
yeah,
So it, like you said, it's that gets me fired up just as much as fishing a big derb now. I enjoy fishing, watching my dad get pumped up, catching a good fish, or something like that, and watching him get pumped up.
yeah.
I can still remember when me and my dad won the first championship we ever won together at Texoma, 2009 or 10. That year I graduated that spring, and we went on a holy tear. I mean, everything was lined up, and we won Angle of the Year in a couple divisions, and we go to the championship at Texoma. And I never forget, we weighed in, and we were leading after the first day, and I had a bad day too. Like, I just lost several fish, but I remember them telling our weights, and we were like 2 days. It was like 28.55 is what we had, and 28.49 was second place. And I remember Dad saying, he was like fist bump, like woo, and he was pumped up. And then
you live for that stuff.
Oh gosh, and I'll never forget. It was a trailering deal because it was pretty bad weather that weekend. And I remember he's like, "You mind if I drive the boat?" And I'm like, I don't care. Hell yeah, I drive the boat. He never drove. He always, time I was like 12, I bet he drove the boat 4 times with me.
Yeah.
And I had that 520 then, and he got over, he drove it all the way back. And I mean, he was just
lost him.
Yeah. Yeah. Those memories like that, though, that's what makes fishing so
live
good.
For and miss more than you can imagine, as you get a little bit older.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now we're, taking Dad fishing. Who's back in Florida? Down in Florida, you catch a fish behind me, and you just got to make the comments that, yeah, I caught a fish behind a pro. Can't even take a fish without him saying that now.
Hello.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
You there?
Oh, we have to lose everybody for a second.
Yeah, you're back.
Aaron's not back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Aaron, all the kids must have got on his Wi-Fi, and he doesn't have any Wi-Fi.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah. I'm on Wi-Fi this week.
Really? Yeah, I'm sitting outside of Precious shop right now again in my truck.
Yeah, I noticed the Bud Light logo right behind you.
Oh yeah, the bar sign, the neons are lit up.
Yeah, probably won't be going to that. I'm gonna go to that house. Thursday, not the same anymore.
Nope. I know. It used to be pretty crazy, but not anymore.
We got quite a few. How many we got watching, Aaron? We got very many?
I don't know, 10 or 11, I think, right now.
We talked about doing a little giveaway. We'll throw in some yum baits and some Great Lakes finesse. What can we put this one on, Aaron?
I don't know. Trying to think.
That'd be a tough one there.
Got to be a good question. You're giving away some good baits.
Dang, I can't think of a good one here that'd be just ideal for somebody. Oh well, let's. What's my top? Since it's Classic Week, what is my top finish in the classics I have fished? So they might do a little digging on that, or they might just pop it right off. I've only been in 5 of them, so.
So what are you giving it to? The first person to get it right?
Yeah, first person gets it right.
All right. First person to get it right. Luke's best finish in a classic for his career. And go. That's
No one's
perfect because we got about 10
Or what
minutes.
lake? I think I know what lake.
There's your first comment.
6th. Is that what it says? I can't see it.
Yeah, 6th.
Okay, and what lake was it at? That was too easy.
He got that pretty quick.
Pretty quick.
See if he gets the lake right.
Probably pulled up Bassmaster. Ding, there it is.
Oh, actually, I think I even know. I
Yeah,
didn't know
'cause
you
it
did
felt
that. I didn't know you did that well in a classic, honestly.
Yeah, and
I think I know.
if
I don't.
somebody-
I think I know, but I'm not sure.
and if somebody would have gave me some of the winning baits from, I might have gave him a big run for his money on that one. Won't say who it was, but
Maybe one of your partners, your working partners.
yeah, he kind of was.
Knoxville. It wasn't there, was it?
Maybe you should give some of those. Maybe you should give some of those baits away from Yum.
Yeah, well, I could throw some of those in there. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Maybe Dan's talking about the 6th person to come in late at Knoxville because that was probably you.
Me, yeah, I was missed the cut by a pound and I was 2 minutes late.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jason Christie won that one on a sonar minnow and a jig, and I didn't have any sonar minnows.
Brian Franks gets it.
Yeah, he's from Colgate, so I know him.
Perfect. So I don't even have to ship it to him.
I don't even have to ship it.
Nice. Marshall Hayden came in literally right after with the 6th on Hartwell, so he had her dialed in too.
Almost.
Yeah, he was just caught snoozing at the wheel. That's all. That happens.
Luke, I'll introduce you to Marshall next week. He's going to come do some media for me.
Oh, this is the media guru.
Yeah.
There we go. I like that. Got
A little
something
bit
in
of
common.
competition, Aaron.
Gosh dang, don't be taking my job, old boy. Otherwise, I'll take those credentials I got back for you for the classic yesterday. I call Mandy back up, say that old Marshall boy, you take his creds back.
You better pull him.
Send him back to the streets without his creds.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's good stuff. No, that's good. So, you said he lives by you? Or you just know him?
Where is Marshall from? Bartlesville? Somewhere like that? A little
Right
up north. I think at Collinsville. I don't know. Somewhere up there.
You said you got a camera boat for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would say I could help with that, but I don't want to take my boat on that lake if I'm not
Yeah.
fishing.
You got celebrities to take out and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and rub it in.
Yeah. Well, it depends on who the celebrity is. Like that one comment, maybe we'll switch spots.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be fun. I think so. I mean, I think he's kind of got a little bit of comedy side to him, so I think it'll be a fun show, and we'll have that all on the YouTube too. Hopefully, if I don't screw it up, and get all the content from it. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I know they done it. Was it last year? Was the first year they started doing it? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
They brought everybody in. They all talked and stuff like that. And it was pretty neat. Heck, they had Randy Moss and stuff like that, and he loves fishing. Yeah. Wouldn't think he's a big time football guy, and he loves fishing, kind of like Deion Sanders and stuff too. So
Hackney had him. It's what he was actually talking about just earlier. How he said something like, he said, "Yeah, I really prefer these private lakes." These.
Oh yeah, for dang sure.
Yeah,
Aaron does too. He likes those private
that's
lakes.
what he said. He said, "Yeah, me too, man."
I literally tonight we went out to her parents' place and they just got bluegill and bass stocked in the ponds, And I'm like, she's like, oh, she loves fishing. She's like, oh, let's go fishing. So we picked up some night crawlers, a little slip bobber, threw them in, and for about 10 minutes, never got a bite. I threw it back in the Ranger and just sat in the Ranger. I'm like, yeah, you have fun fishing. I'm done. They don't want to bite in 10 minutes. I made a full pass around the pond, called her a day.
Yeah,
I'm good fishing for about 2 more months.
Yeah.
It's probably what I'm going to feel like tomorrow in the cove that we're all stuck in.
Probably.
Just everybody making laps around the same thing.
Yeah, did any of y'all catch anything?
Hey, I have a megaphone to talk to each other and win.
Yeah. All right, we'll load up. We'll go to the next cove in about an hour.
That's right.
Yeah, too. Everybody draw numbers. Who gets the fish?
Yeah, there you go. Now we're thinking.
Yeah.
Got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Now, what's your expectations of the Classic?
Man, I don't know. You know, I've really been pretty calm this week, but I can tell you I'm going to go to sleep tonight and start waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it and stuff. And I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm just excited. Like I can't express enough how excited I am for it. You know, something that I've dreamed of my entire life, and now you're here, and I don't know. I think I'm doing all right for not letting it get overwhelming so far, but we haven't even started practice yet. So, so I'm sure once we do, you know, like the Night of Champions and all that stuff, win tonight and start getting fired up for all that, that my nerves will start, you know, coming out.
Speaking of Night of Champions, you taking somebody or what's going
No,
on?
we're gonna
there
ride.
this
I
year?
think we're gonna ride solo this year.
You want to be?
Luke's
I
cutting
didn't
out
hear you,
again.
Luke. You cut out for a
You
second.
can't top Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
That is true.
I
Yeah.
said you can't pull the Dumb and Dumber off like me and Aaron did last.
Yeah.
No.
That worked out pretty good.
Y'all put a lot of thought into that too.
Now, that's one thing. Don't ever take them for granted, because I mean they're tough to make. I mean, you know, you can. I mean, people don't realize how hard it is to make them. Really, I mean, the difference between me making it and not making it was what, 3 fish last year, Aaron. If I'd have
Yeah.
landed literally 3 of those fish I lost out of the 100,
And
I'd have made the Classic. You know, I mean, it's can be so easy to happen. You know, so
this is your first Classic not to make, and right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
yeah,
nothing to.
It's not.
I mean, that's nothing not to hang your hat on. That's impressive to make it that many years that consistently too. So.
I've got
Luke, your Wi-Fi
inconsistent
sucks.
the last freaking 2 years, and I've got to get my butt back in here. Huh?
Your Wi-Fi
I can't
sucks.
see it. I'm not even on Wi-Fi.
That
It won't
probably
reach
is
out here.
Oh.
I'll answer that question.
Still
Heck
not-
yeah, he does.
Yeah. The question is, Luke, do you like traveling with Blake? He said yes.
Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's been fun. Like I kind of knew it would be. Like we all three lead to the same
That's the
drum,
problem.
I think. And that is to an extent. So, but no, it's been a blast so far. You know, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We've got, like we've talked in the past, we got great people to stay with for the rest of the year, pretty much. So that makes it a lot of fun too. So we get to see our Texas and our South Carolina bus. So it'll be fun. Even when we're in Wisconsin, see old Banky, he'll be up there. Get to see him. Heck, Nicholas might show up. So
You might.
I get to meet a bunch of people this year.
Yep. Bunch of
services
people.
suck.
Yeah, your service sucks.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I think I lost him again.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
I'm
we only have a minute left anyway, so
There's the one freezing up. It's not me. Like I've stayed on.
us two have perfect service and you
But-
don't.
So first cast. Who, me?
We
Yeah.
sound
Y'all
like
are the
some-
ones that are blanking out. I don't hear it.
We sound like some owls over
sorry.
here. Who?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just wrap this one up.
Yeah. Sorry
And,
for being late too. I'll try to be better.
Yeah. But on a serious note, Luke would like to tell you guys thanks for tuning in and goodbye, but he can't because the service sucks. So hopefully he can be a little more tech savvy by next
Yep.
week, but we're probably going to skip out next week just with the classic. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of people are going to be busy. Obviously, good luck to Blake. Big week for
Thanks,
him.
yeah.
Hopefully he can show out for the house and maybe go win this thing, and then we just party the rest of the year. No, so we we thank you guys for tuning in for another Tourney Talk episode. Little wishy-washy there to begin with, but I think it ended up pretty good. So like I said, next week's probably gonna be an off week, and then we will be back after that before we head to North Carolina and everyone meets back up. So appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Talk to y'all later. See ya.
Yep. See you.